Totality of the circumstances, April 4th, 2026. It appears that the number of people attempting to or threatening to kill Donald Trump is on the rise. Someone used a rifle in Pennsylvania. Another prepared to use a rifle in Florida. Lately, someone threatened to borrow a terrible swift sword from Lady Justice and dispatch Trump. The proliferation of this type of criminal accusation has given rise to the need for a specialized defense attorney. As a retired defense attorney with over 45 years of experience, I can't help but ponder how such a defendant could possibly get an acquittal. If I were representing someone who shot or tried to shoot Trump, I would initially think he could plead not guilty under the age-old legal doctrine of defense of others. After all, Trump and his bloodthirsty stooge, Pete Hegseth, have murdered over 160 people in the Caribbean. These two have illegally invaded Ecuador, Colombia, and Iran. In Iran alone, over 150 little girls were brutally murdered. At home, Trump and his secret police, known as ICE, murdered the mother of a 6-year-old and an intensive care nurse. The concept of a hero legally coming to the rescue and shooting someone threatening the lives of others is legally sound. It explains why the hero who shot the Greenwood Mall mass shooter and the man who killed the Texas church shooter was never arrested. I, however, quickly abandoned this defense because there is a well-established rule that the danger to others must be imminent before eliminating the threat is legally authorized. Even though we know that Trump and Pete Hegseth will continue their illegal, murderous rampage, those predicted deaths are not imminent. You just can't shoot Trump and Hegseth to stop their illegal killing spree. That's what the law says. At least it used to be the law. Every good lawyer has a duty to research the status of a legal rule to confirm its continued validity. It turns out that within months of granting Trump immunity for criminal acts, our Supreme Court abandoned the requirement of imminent danger. In the case of Barnes v. Felix, the Supremes unanimously stated that a court must consider the totality of the circumstances when deciding upon the justification for a killing. The Supreme said you can't put on chronological blinders by ignoring context prior to the immediate threat. The Supremes explained that to assess whether someone acted reasonably in using force, a court must consider all the relevant circumstances, including facts and events leading up to the climactic event. The Supremes even said the totality of the circumstance inquiry into the use of force has no time limit. Following the guidance of the Supreme Court, a defense attorney for the well-intentioned swordsman might consider presenting the following evidence in his client's defense. Offer the January 2016 video of Trump saying, quote, "I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody." Present evidence that Trump ordered the illegal killing of an Iranian general in 2020. Have testimony presented to establish he condemned millions of people by withholding U.S. aid. show the jury before and after photos of the over 100 elementary children killed in Iran in his effort to distract from the Epstein scandal. Expose the court to the videos of the cold-blooded murders of Nicole Good and Nurse Pretty. In accordance with the Supreme Court mandate that the totality of the circumstances must be presented to the jury, all this information is admissible evidence.
Can you take a break?
Arguably, expert testimony, scientific testimony that Trump is a narcissistic, sociopathic serial killer should also be presented for the jury's consideration. It's certainly part of the totality of circumstances contributing to so many illegal deaths. It's not uncommon when the Supremes rewrite well-established law for a convicted felon to request and be granted a retrial applying the new rule. Maybe the man with the rifle in Florida should consider doing so.